Towards the end of last year, Sunn amps announced that they were making a comeback. This was in August 2023, and they basically let people know that the brand was coming back. Myself and a whole bunch of other people got really excited, and shortly after they announced that they were going to be doing some pre-sales, some pre-releases, the Beta Lead and the Beta Bass were coming back. I believe the 200S, but not the Model T. So I made a video shortly after their first interviews came out, kind of sharing my thoughts on it. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. And I was really just curious to know what a bunch of other people thought about the brand coming back. Sunn amplifiers, the O is silent. I was just messing with you, so please don't go after me in the comments. I've become really iconic in doom metal music in general. The pre-orders came. The pre-orders went live, a bunch of people hopped on that, but I haven't seen a lot of people post updates since. So this video is kind of just a check in March 2024 to talk about what's going on. I've kind of just been curious, both as someone who loves music gear as a customer, and also as a business owner. So Fuzzlord Effects makes guitar pedals, and I've just been kind of interested watching this whole thing unfold. This is also going to be a place for you to share your thoughts on the pre-orders, the amps coming out, and then now I guess they're doing some crowdfunding campaign, which is really what I'm curious to know about what you think. A lot of people hopped on the pre-orders and were really excited about the beta leads and the beta basses specifically. If you hopped on the pre-order, I'm really curious for you to share your thoughts in the comments. And really what I'm always curious about when companies offer a pre-order is if they're giving a deadline or an expected shipping date. Now, I haven't purchased from Sunn amplifiers before, but I have purchased some like boutique gear from other companies where I had to pre-order it and then they would build it, and I haven't always had the best experiences. So at least for me, that is something I steer clear of as both a customer and a business owner, because it can kind of create a lot of confusion. And I'll leave the company unnamed, but I was getting a guitar, or not a guitar, but a guitar neck. I was told 6 to 8 weeks roughly on the shipping estimate. And then at 8 weeks, I inquired about it, and they let me know it was still not done yet and no determined set amount of time when it will be done. So a month later, which was 3 months on the 6 to 8 week quote, I asked again, and it was just the same answer. So I asked for a refund and just to kind of bow out of that purchase and kind of keep my thoughts to myself, because I kind of thought that was bad customer service. So I haven't seen a lot of info about what's going on with people's pre-orders on the beta leads and the beta bass, so I just kind of wanted to hop on here and touch base with everybody. Shortly after I released a video just talking about how excited I was that Sunn Amps was coming back, and kind of just sharing my enthusiasm with everybody to see such a classic brand coming back again, and hoping to see some of the beta leads, beta bass, and of course the Model T come back. I got contacted by some folks from their team and asked if I would like to interview their production team, or whatever they're calling it, which I was super excited about. The only catch is there was already several interviews posted to other channels where there were very long interviews with several people talking about the history of the brand, the future of the brand, the pre-orders, those kind of things. So I felt a lot of that information was covered, and I expressed my interest would be, of course, interviewing people, but to come out to the production facility personally and bring some camera gear and some mics and meet the folks, see some amps in production, and actually play an amplifier on camera and just get a little sound clip. And that's kind of because I'm approaching some of these subjects as both a customer and someone who is in a similar business. So I, of course, wouldn't want to promote something if I haven't actually seen the product and got to meet the folks and see the production and hear what they sound like. Otherwise, it kind of just seems like I'm joining this like hype of promoting this big pre-sale when there's no like proof of what's going on behind the scenes. But honestly, I was just so excited to hear from them and wanted to go out there, meet the folks, check out some amplifiers, and just see what is up. I have a background in electrical engineering, so any of the production stuff, the actual mechanics of it, is super interesting to me. And then as a guitar player, I just wanted to hear them and share how they sounded with everybody else. So for whatever reason, we couldn't work that out, and it was more just kind of a video chat offer kind of basis without any opportunity to hear the amps. So I'm not trying to say anything good or bad about what they got going on over there, but I just was curious to see stuff getting built and hopefully check out an amplifier. So I'm hopping back on now because there's been some updates about their whole invest in the company thing, and I don't think anybody's got any pre-order shipment information yet. So I'm going to pull up my phone. You're going to see what I see. And I'm honestly just curious to know what people think, because I feel like I'm kind of just missing something here. And I don't want to be. I'm really excited for these amplifiers to come back out so I can put one right there and use it in gear demos. Recently they announced this like investment opportunity kind of deal, and I don't quite understand it. So if you have hopped on this, please explain in the comments what you know. So I've been noticing that they came out a couple days ago talking about how you can invest in the company. So for $250, for example, you get the founder's kit and $250 off of a purchase of over $1,000, and that's good for a year. Anyway, the list goes down, and something that kind of stands out is the comments are turned off. This one is on. Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is I'm really curious to know if anyone is actually buying stocks in the company, because I don't think that is really what's going on here. Again, part of me making this video is just hoping some folks in the comments will help explain this to me. I have purchased stocks in companies in the past before, and that was always part of the New York Stock Exchange and like stockbrokers. And this appears to be more of a Kickstarter campaign. So I'm just not sure and really looking for an explanation of how this, what's it called, WeFunder, which I'm assuming is like Kickstarter, is giving any receipt of how many stocks you're purchasing in the company. So again, maybe I'm missing something, and it looks like a lot of other people's comments are about when are the pre-orders shipping and wanting to see sound demos. Some people are really excited that they invested. I'm not sure why I can't see all the comments on this. Anyway, maybe I'm just missing something, and I'm hoping some folks will help explain. But I don't know. I'm hoping the best out of this and that we're all going to see Model T amp soon and stuff, but I've just been a little concerned with the way these posts are coming out recently, where there's no photos of amps being built, nobody's getting pre-order notifications, but there's just lots of media coming out about like the history of the brand, the future of the brand, all these people that are from other music companies coming together under the brand name of Sunn, and just what they got going on. So anyway, that is just my humble opinion as an electrical engineer and a guitar pedal builder who has built some amps in the past and gracefully bowed out of the amp making world, because it is an insane amount of money, effort, and customer support. So I'm Jason from Fuzzlord Effects. I really appreciate you watching this video. Share your thoughts below. And if you want to talk about it more, you can check out the Fuzzlord Effects Disc. And if you want to talk about it more, you can check out the Fuzzlord Effects Discord server. I'll leave a link in the description as well. I want to give a big thank you to everybody's names that are running on the screen right now. These are all the folks that help support what I do here on the Fuzzlord Effects YouTube channel on the Patreon page. So we do some Q&A over there, some behind the scenes stuff, as well as some giveaways. I also want to give a special shout out to Jonas, Michael, Jacob, Corey, and Vayuslavic over on the Patreon page. So yeah, if you're curious to know more about the Patreon page, there's a link in the description. And I'm also just curious to know more about your thoughts on the Sunn amplifiers amps release in the comments. I'm honestly really hoping and excited to see some updates or some people actually playing their amplifiers. I might just be kind of old school and think that usually the demos come first before you start selling products. But that's just how I do things here at Fuzzlord. So thanks for watching. Talk to you in the comments. And if you want to check out more of what we do, head on over to fuzzlordeffects.com or over to our Instagram page at Fuzzlord Effects.